again for a special edition of The Closest. Why is it so special? Because we got this guy, Jarett, who happens to work with somebody that we all kind of know and love. And, of course, we got Joey Fingers on the end, and this guy, the homeless Will, over here on the other side. On the line with us. Yeah, that's right, on the line. We've kind of gotten a little fancy. Al Snow himself. Al, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well, and I got to tell you, my admiration for your show just went exponentially up because you have somebody on the show named Joey Fingers.
Yes. I don't know. If we
that name is the only better name than that was Handsome Jimmy Shoulders and Beautiful Frankie Knuckles, and now we've got Joey Fingers. That is fantastic.
And they got me posted up right next to him now, so we're
right next to Joey Fingers.
Yeah, so if he
this is my best day ever.
So if he pisses Joey off, we have to have somebody else start Jared's car because well, you know,
might be bad.
I'm living my best life right now.
Oh my goodness. So where are you right now, Al?
I am in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm going to be leaving Louisville here shortly because that's what I do. I love to just, get in the car and drive random places. And going to Owensboro, Kentucky for this evening and then returning back.
Wow. Well, so okay, so you got to shell us the dirt. What's it like working with Jarett?
Jared, I hate to put him over. I mean, it's gonna really stress me out. I've got a vein already starting to pop out in my eye just thinking about it. But
I'll do what I can.
Jared's great. I mean, he's very professional, and he's a great producer. I would not have done the podcast. There were numerous people that had approached me about doing it, and that's the truth. I mean, there were quite a few that were like, "Hey, you need to do a podcast." I was like, "I don't know about that." I mean, yet another wrestling podcast. I mean, the world, I'm sure, will continue to spin without one more wrestling podcast. But Jarett was insistent and was convinced me because he does a lot of the groundwork and does a lot of the not a lot of it. He does all of it. He does all the preparation.
And I'm happy to do it.
And it facilitates. It makes it possible. I mean, because I was busy before, and now it's insane that the amount of responsibility and work that I have to put in on a daily basis since I bought OVW and have the CEO of the Gladiator Sports Network too. So.
Now, Al, something that was kind of interesting when I got here this morning and I was getting ready to get everything all set up, Joey Fingers, sitting to the left of me, put on his Miz shirt.
Oh, God.
And Russ had mentioned how much he disliked The Miz, and I had asked him, I said, what was it? You don't think he was trained well and doesn't? And he said, no, I don't like The Miz. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
That's a great compliment because you're not supposed to like The Miz. You're supposed to not like him. And, Miz is a very talented individual. And he does have that little bit about his personality where you meet him, you're kind of like, I don't know if I really like this guy.
Well, my thing with him is that I don't like screamers on the mic, and I think he just screams like way too much. I'm like, what are you yelling for?
He doesn't like screamers in the bedroom either.
Yeah, apparently not, no.
He's just not familiar.
Screamers and squirmers are two different things.
So now you own, with your career at this point, you own your own organization right now. Is that true?
Yeah, because I've completely lost my mind and all of my common sense and decided, what would be better than to ride off into the sunset right before I hang myself because of all the stress and aggravation? I'll own my own wrestling company. Why not? So, but to be honest, I mean, I'm really excited and I'm very proud that Danny Davis entrusted me his legacy and with OVW. I don't think anybody out there doesn't know the history and, the legacy of OVW and what it's done for and what it's meant to professional wrestling as a whole. And, and not just its involvement with WWE, but just in general. I mean, the number of people that have went through there and went on to add to professional wrestling in some manner. Not all of them have necessarily been in the main event of WrestleMania, but they went on to to add to the wrestling business and as a whole, and that's all been tied directly back to OVW. So I'm hoping to continue that forward.
Now you have a very interesting career because obviously your in-ring work, you were and are still a trainer, I would imagine, and now you own your own organization. What has that transition been like?
Been pretty natural. I mean, it's all been just an extension of what I've always been doing, and now I just get to pass that along to, the young talent. I always tell everybody that when I train people, especially now, I don't train people based on what I know. I train them based on where I've made my mistakes. Where at the time when I had certain opportunities, I lacked a proper understanding of what it was I was really trying to attempt to do so that I could properly take advantage of those opportunities. And, if I knew then, I mean, the old saying, if I knew then what I know now, I mean, my career would have been completely different. And not to say that my career was bad. I'm very proud of what I've done. I've not done as much as some, but I've done a hell of a lot more than many. And I've certainly survived longer than absolutely most.
And on top of that, Al, you've got the Al Snow Wrestling Academy now hooked up through OVW as well, correct?
Yeah, I have 17 international schools as of last count.
Wow.
7 in the UK, Romania, Denmark, Hungary, France, Bologna, Italy is just signed on.
Good
2
Lord.
in Chile, Portugal, Greece, potentially 1 in Germany, and trying to create that network and tie it all into OVW as well, as the base of the operation for it. I want to retool and get the training school for OVW back up and where it once was, and for prospective professional wrestlers, I mean, OVW can offer something that most places can't, and that's experience training, which a lot of places can, but we've got a trainer like Rip Rogers who's got 40 plus years of wrestling experience in the wrestling business. And on top of that, we're an operational territory. I mean, we run a weekly television show. October 10th, we will have our 1,000th episode of television production.
Holy cow.
Congrats.
Yeah, so there aren't many that can say that, and but we can. And we run tonight. We're in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. We run at least a show a week. Eventually, here soon, once I get things more in line, the goal is to be running 3 to 4 shows every week, along with TV. So, people can come here and we'll get a wealth of training, but more importantly, a wealth of experience and a true understanding of just exactly how professional wrestling business operates, why it operates that way, and then how to utilize professional wrestling business to take advantage of, all of the immense opportunities that it presents.